Man, Big Regg. We here with an artist from Connecticut, but he made his way out of town, man, doing big things out here. My man Pxrry, what's good with you?
Yeah, what's good, dog?
What's going on, man?
Great, man. Chilling.
Welcome back to the East Coast. You over on the West Coast now, right?
Yeah, for sure. We in LA right now with it. Been there for like a year and a half.
How you like it?
Good, building a lot of good relationships. Taking in the scenery, the motivation out there. There's a vibe. So yeah.
I remember you going back and forth to LA, back here to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
What made you make that permanent move out there?
Well, I mean, I gave Atlanta a shot. I went to Atlanta for 6-7 years. It was a little vibe, a big vibe. I actually love Atlanta. But yeah, I just wanted to give LA a try. It was the pandemic, so in the middle of the pandemic, I just went over and just like wanted to give it a shot, and yeah, to build relationships. Yeah, I don't really like the food. That's the only thing. I don't really like the food in LA, and the gas prices is crazy.
Oh yeah. I know the gas prices. I was over there for the BET Awards, and I seen at that time I took a picture. It was like $7 a gallon.
It's still $7, like right now.
Right
You know
now.
what I'm saying? We don't got no choice but to pay it. But other than that, LA's a vibe. LA's a vibe for sure.
Yeah, it's different from Atlanta though. You know, ATL, you know, is big hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You do the R&B,
Yeah.
and which is coming back right now.
For sure. It's a good time for R&B. Shout out to R&B.
Definitely
Sure.
a good time for R&B.
Great
So, what is the difference out in LA than ATL as far as the R&B side of things?
I would just say Atlanta, I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot more collaborative. There's a lot more support. In a way in LA, it's like you gotta be like established already. Yeah, you kinda gotta be established already. Atlanta is like it don't matter who you are, as long as you dope, they gonna work with you. You know what I'm saying? They gonna collab, they can support. And it's hip hop in Atlanta, but it's a lot of R&B. You know what I'm saying? A lot of sauce in Atlanta for sure. I don't know what it is in the air or the gas. I don't know what it is, but it's a lot of sauce in Atlanta.
Yeah, a lot going on. It's like a lot of people say you go. Basically, they say New York for music, but now New York and Atlanta. LA, you go out there for the movies.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree. It's a movie
it's
being shot
Hollywood.
every day outside my crib, like every day. I also jumped into acting too. I've been in acting school for 2 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like you have no choice. You know what I'm saying? So that's
It's
another
right
reason.
there.
Yeah, that's another reason why LA is like super beneficial because it's right there. It's all around you. You know, so.
All right. So as you know, we from a state where it's not a whole lot of opportunity, and you getting out of the state to move to another one. How big was that for you? Because there's a lot of people who are still here trying to do things, but they haven't made that move or really want to make that move.
Right. I think it was huge for me for sure. And I want to be a help to the people in Connecticut, creatives in Connecticut that don't have opportunity because that was once me, and they probably can't leave because of certain situations here. But yeah, it helps me build relationships, and I want to be able to use my relationships to help, you know what I'm saying, the creatives out here because I know like you can't just up and leave. I mean, I up and left. You know
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's what you got to do.
Yeah, if I would have planned it, I just knew it wouldn't have. So I literally up and left. Like I had a good job, everything. I was making, you know what I'm saying, good money driving buses, you know what I'm saying, coach buses, easy, youngest coach bus driver. And I just left because it's like, it's either now or never. And yeah, I left. And it's been the best thing I ever did, no lie. Because the people I met so far has just been, it's helped me get to where I am today, no lie.
And you left during a pandemic. How tough was that? Because you couldn't come outside, people couldn't come together, so it's kind of a halt in your career at that point. So you kind of moved at a bad time.
Yeah, it was a bad time, but it was a good time because we all was adjusting, and adjusting is good. You know what I'm saying? So it was bad, but I had no choice. It's either stay in Connecticut in the pandemic or go to LA and be in a pandemic. It was like, which one would? Yeah, I think anybody would pick that. You know?
Well, in the pandemic, it's like you're gonna be in the house anyway.
Right.
All right. So now you've been doing this for a minute, you know, and most people go is to get a deal. You've been doing this independent. How tough has it been? Because the independent route, you know, everybody's yelling independent. That's the cool thing to do and say now. But to keep it a buck, it's expensive to be independent because you're bearing the weight of everything on your own.
Yeah.
How you manage that?
Man, I would say it's been difficult, but I feel like anything easy is like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's difficult because of the investment, but I'm willing to invest time and all my money into myself because I just believe in it that much, and my team around me, like I said, has been independent, so a lot of people that's around me is just around me because they believe also, you know what I'm saying? Like we put funds together, we put it right back into the music, we make money from music, and then we put it right back into the music. So and then independent is good because of the freedom, no lie, it's good for the freedom, but honestly, anybody would love to, you know, have capital or somebody else fund the situation, and that's really what any kind of help from a major label that we would want is like anybody want is the funding, is the bag. So that's the only struggle really, kind of is the funding and not having enough money to shoot the right video or not having enough money to, you know what I'm saying, do a certain play for marketing or something. That's the only.
But that's the biggest thing with being independent is the bag.
Yeah.
Like I said, you fronting everything yourself, whether it's tours, the merch, studio time, everything's coming out of your pocket. But if you can capitalize off of being independent and build things up, getting a deal wouldn't be so bad because now you could call your own shop.
Yeah, because you build the leverage. So I don't mind, me and my team don't mind putting in the work to build the leverage. I mean, we on tour right now. The beginning of the tour, I'm doing with Tone Stitt. He's with RCA right now, and you know, we paying our way through the tour. We bought the merch. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna sell the merch every city. You know, and use that bread to put it right back into it. You know, so. It's just a grind that, you know, I don't mind doing. I don't mind putting the work in, me and my team. And, to build that leverage so, you know, when a situation comes, it's like we got a little more, you know, power at the table.
Yeah, so speaking of the tour, how did that come about?
Man, so just our marketing guy that we work with, he just made the connections with I think they're doing the tour. So they just asked us if we wanted to jump on. And be like, yeah, of course, you know. So, because I just feel like the stage, that's where it's going. I'm gonna separate myself. Just bringing that superstar entertainer back to the music scene, but mainly to the R&B world. You know what I'm saying? A lot of R&B these days is just like the cool vibes. You know, those are needed, but I also feel like it's been space for like that superstar, that big R&B, that R&B pop, and then on stage. The only kind of person we really have is Chris Brown and Usher, and you know what I'm saying, it's hard to name somebody, you know what I'm saying, right after. Yeah, exactly. So it's like that whole slot has been wide open this whole time, and it's just like I'm here to, you know, fill that void. Yeah,
and you was the first one here to perform at Foxwoods out of the artists in Connecticut.
Yeah,
remember that, right?
And shout out to Big Regg. He made the call the night before, like, yo, you think y'all can? We like, yeah. What time? He said tomorrow.
Yeah.
I said tomorrow.
No matter of fact, you was in rehearsal.
Yeah, we was in
rehearsal, and I told you that it might happen. And the next day, I was talking to the promoters, and I was like, so is nobody opening? And they was like, yeah. So he's gonna go in late. And I was like, you know what? The artist and music I sent you, we should let them on. And she said, you know what? Call him. And I called you. I was like, what you doing? He was like, we at rehearsal. I was like, yo, could you get up here? He was like, we stopping everything right now. We mounting up. We on our way.
We literally stopped everything we was doing and prepared for that show. Me and my team, everybody was on board, which is another benefits of being independent and having a team. Is like he's ready to drop everything and cancel their plans also, not just me canceling my plans. You know, they cancel their plans, and we put it off. And I thank you again because that was a huge,
you did a great job too.
Huge moment for me, for real.
Then remember New Britain High?
Yeah, New Britain High. We came through, shut it down.
That was crazy right there too. And that's when I was like, you know what? Pxrry's a performer. I knew you could sing. I knew you made dope songs. I didn't know how your performance was because you don't look like a dancer to me.
Right. But that I like that. You know what I'm saying? I get on stage and they don't know what to expect, and then I hit them with the smooth. They like
with the slides.
Right, and every time I do it, they like, oh,
yeah.
It's like a, you know what I'm saying? It's like a. So I kind of like.
And hip hop is not as much about talent.
Right.
The best rappers aren't the ones who really get on all the time.
Right.
R&B. If you can't sing, you can tell by listening to a person who can't sing. Do you think that is different far as the internet goes for R&B artists to get that look?
Yeah, I just feel like it's harder for R&B to go viral. I guess the hip hop artists is like easier to go viral, and then once that's viral, and you see the numbers, and then the label start calling because it's like, okay, you went viral now. But R&B is like, it's kind of difficult to go viral. Yeah, and what's crazy about R&B and singing and the music thing is like singers go viral, but like R&B songs or R&B artists, the music won't go viral. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference in know how to sing and know how to make an R&B song that can go viral. Like.